welcome to our final day at the Nurburgring with a bit of a JDM convoy. You've got the R33 over there, an R32 GTR over here, with an R33 GTR behind. The R33 is two-tone, blue at the front and pink at the rear. And you've got a Mark V Supra in yellow, and a yellow Mark IV Supra over here. And then this green Audi RS4 with the lowest profile tyres I've seen on one of these. And a yellow Evo with 350Z wheels. We wanted to go to YouTube Corner to see some of the track action before we headed home, and before we even got there, there's an E90 BMW 3 Series in the gravel. Oh look, they've got their little toy. They're flashing him. Oh, it seems there was contact somewhere. Yeah, he hit the barrier here. Look, the marshal's taking pictures of the damage to the barrier. He's just ended up here. He's having to use a leaf blower to blow all the gravel off the track, ready for its reopening, whilst they recover the car and maybe repair the damage to the barrier. So as a result, I can't go for my original plan of watching the corner, but fortunately I've just had the offer to go around the ring in also vlogs' 765 LT McLaren. He's been hooning around and loads of laps this weekend. Very fast car, he's very fast at this track. I've never been round before, only on Gran Turismo. Obviously I'm not going to drive it, not this year, but I can't wait. So the Nurburgring Nordschleife is officially a toll road, so you'll notice I don't actually need to wear a helmet. I feel like I should do, but I didn't bring one with me, and I can't turn down an opportunity. So some will hate the fact that I don't, but you don't really need to. You just pay a fare, the barrier opens, and you do a lap. Now the trouble with the Nürburgring this weekend, it's very busy, so there won't be much room for activities maybe, but there's also a long queue to get back in that we will see at the end of the lap. So we're not timing the lap, we're just going to do an experience of the lap. Check out the rear bumper of that. That's insane. So many track setup cars. I need to go find the 765 LT. My chariot awaits. So this is the holding bay for cars waiting to go out on track, and parked just by the crowd is my chariot for my first lap around the ring as passenger. So the 765 LT is the more extreme version of McLaren 720S. It's got a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 pushing out over 750 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. Some have done it in less than that. Set up for the track. Probably one of the fastest cars on track, and with a fast driver too, this should be insane. Oh, it's trying to find the handle. There we go. Is that just about? No. So this is effectively the pit lane, the start of the circuit. You've got the barriers that open for you once you've paid. It's been bizarre this whole weekend watching people going around the circuit with no helmets, filming handheld with no long sleeves as well, because normally on a racetrack that's what you must do, but here it's just a toll road that you're allowed to drive as fast as you can. It starts with a little bit of a slalom. Got the Astra to get in front of first. I've definitely picked the best car to go out in this. Overtaking the Lotus Exige. The thing that people say about this circuit the most, that you don't notice on Gran Turismo, is how hilly it is. And it's incredible. The cornering, the ups and downs, the G that you experience there is the start of the Grand Prix circuit. That's where it meets the Nordschleife in here. And then this is the recognisable start of the lap from Gran Turismo. Few spectators. Got the very wiggly start of the circuit. It goes downhill and straight uphill again. This weekend is probably the busiest weekend of the calendar, so we're going to have quite a bit of traffic. We're lucky at the moment. We've got a free circuit to just enjoy in the McLaren. Look at this bliss. Being pinned back into my seat. I wish I could tell you what the names of all these corners are. I know Brunnchen, that's the YouTube corner. Oh, here we go. Now this looks like a jump, but luckily we didn't get there. incredible. As a passenger, you can check out the view, see the landscapes, whilst enjoying the circuit. We've got a hard braking point here with the gravel trap at the end. Someone has been into that gravel, but there are worse corners around. Onto the rumble strips. There are some brutal rumble strips. We were stood here yesterday, and you could see the height of the rumble strips. Certain cars would not want to join them. Oh, a lot of pressure downwards there. Harsh braking, carrying the speed. We're doing really well for traffic. There is absolutely nothing so far. So this is the crowded section. It's another famous corner. A lot of speed there. So we were watching that corner quite a lot this weekend. Some good viewing spots around. It's like 12 miles long, so there's certain areas that you can't see. Mooning around the side, left-hander, and a tighter one coming up here. A few spectators up there. It's another classic YouTuber spot. Okay, we've got a McLaren RS coming up. So we're one of the faster cars on track, so we're going to catch up with quite a few. I don't think we're going to have any problems with GT3 RSs behind us, because we're going at such a pace. So we're slowly catching up with the McLarens. He's probably mooning as well, but we're in such a fast car. You've got quite a hill up here. Now this part of the track is an interesting one, because we're about to go over a town. So this is an overpass coming up in a few laps time, so you can see some of the town buildings there as we pass the McLaren RS. So these guys have parked in town, and you've got a public road underneath us here. So this is a bridge that you don't really notice on the track. Right, we've got these pulling in. There's various points around the circuit that you can just leave if you want to. Some members of the public just on a Sunday drive. It is Easter Sunday today as we film this. Great way to spend the Christian holiday. Now this is another really fast pass of the circuit, but still a lot of corners coming up. There we go. Now it's an opportunity to plant it. Is that a Volvo 480? I think it is. Some weird cars you see on this circuit. We've also got a bike. There goes the Volvo 480, letting us through. About to overtake a motorbike, which is a rare occurrence. Luckily, again, this is a fast part of the track. Easy overtakes, no corners to deal with so far. But we are quickly approaching the carousel corner, which I haven't actually seen before. You can spectate, but we haven't done already. There's the Focus RS Mark II. This part of the circuit starts to slow down on the approach to the carousel. There are various marshals around. Oh, the camber and the hills are so unnoticeable. Oh, here we go. We've got the right-hander. We're going to go past the F80 M3 on our approach to the carousel. Oh, a little bit of air. Right, we've got a bit of traffic here. He's going to use... Oh. Very low cars do not like the carousel here. There we go. And overtake. So now we're quickly approaching Brunnchen, or the YouTube corner. That is the most famous corner for the internet. That's where people like to wave out the windows, people like to show off. We're getting quite warm in here. So we've got the M2 stopping eye. Oh, yellow flag, right. We can put the windows down a bit now. That's probably a blessing in disguise. So that probably means that someone has binned it on YouTube corner at Brunnchen. So there we go, there's clues. There are yellow flags to slow the traffic down when something happens. So we come around this corner and we'll see exactly. Shame we won't be able to use it to its full potential, but we will see what happens. So here we go, they've already made it single lane. So there is all the crowd, there's the car park to Brunnchen YouTube corner, so crowds gather from around there. And then we've recovered an Audi that seems to have come off here before the corner. Maybe he's gone into the barrier, don't know if there's any damage there. British car, Audi hill coming up. A lot of gradient, a lot of trees. Another viewing point. Here's the jump. Here's the jump. Oh my god. Oh dear. Certain cars get bits of air there. Certain cars scuff their splitter. People cycle around this track as well. They're just viewing from all the way around. Oh my. The gradient around this part is unreal. Right, we're coming up to the final few corners of the lap. Catching up to a Subaru Impreza. Touching a bit of the rumble strips. Here's the mini version of the carousel. Similar aesthetic with that concrete patch. To go back into the car park after a safe lap around the track. Oh, that was everything I expected and more, and I probably picked one of the best cars to do it in. Thank you very much.
No problem, mate. My pleasure.
But here we are back into the holding bay, back into the car park, and my friends have left us. They've gone to Adenau to have some lunch, so we're going to enjoy some of the public roads in the LT, which are almost as, well, they're not as good, but they are incredible roads in this area, but we're going to keep it down to the speed limits because police are all around this area this weekend especially, but as you've probably seen in some of my videos, there's been a lot of content on the roads too. So here are the lanes, various convoys driving around the area, and we've got the green GT3 behind us, 992 generation. You can see the spoiler raising as we're braking into the corner. Here is the hairpin that we spent some of the day yesterday capturing cars sliding around. We saw Shmi in the Zenvo, he's doing the same thing. We have a bit of traffic, so we're being sensible, but cars are camping up, filling their cars up with fluids, seeing the cars drive around the area. Everyone's going to get lunch now, so we've got the Porsche behind us on our way to conclude the day. There's the Civic. We're stuck behind an X1, and you can see evidence of some of the hooliganism. He's come out of that corner proper sideways and I bet that was an M3, something like that, with a lot of torque. And just coming up here, you can see the bit of the circuit that we went over. I mentioned it was a bridge. That's where we were going, and up the hill you can see a little bit of the track there. Fascinating to see. So you walk up there and you can spectate the corner. So we are now underneath the Nordschleife, heading to my little luncheon stop. But here we are at my lunch stop. We're going to have a kebab at the side of the road. That was the 765 LT around the Nurburgring. Look at that, some 27 laps this weekend has the LT, and you can see the evidence. So huge thanks to Autovlogs for my first time around the Nurburgring other than on Gran Turismo. It's a car guy's paradise here. So I hope you enjoyed that video from the McLaren 765 LT. But for now, thanks for watching.